what do you need to renovate? So when I come into this house, there's a difference between structural and cosmetic. All right, I'm always going to fix structural. Always. I'm going to be a little bit more lenient on the cosmetic. Like my wife wanted to come in and she wanted to take these pillars, these little beams do nothing. She wanted to take them down and she wanted to do one ceiling light and recessed lights. I could probably get it done for cheap, but I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. The person moving in is not going to make a $50 difference per month, me leaving it, me taking that down. I'm taking them down. I don't know what that is. But I'm taking that down because I got to paint anyway. So I'm pulling it down, right? So these are just things that you need to, when you're walking through, you need to start thinking about those types of things, like what things make sense for me to do now. Roof, structural, I got to do it. The deck, which I purposely didn't have y'all walk on, because that's why I had y'all sign that waiver. It's in shaky shape. I got to do it. I got to do it. There's certain structural things that I have to do that I know I'm going to do. But when it comes to cosmetic, I'm not sold on it. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm keeping those kitchen cabinets. All right. I could go in and come on. I want y'all to see this. So, you know what? If I was renovating and flipping this property, I would take these cabinets out. But the first thing I do is I open them up. Right? I open them up, and they just don't look that bad. I just don't know if it's worth my money. I can clean this stuff up. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking the hinges off. I'm taking this off. I'm going to have them resurface. I'm going to have them painted. So they're taking these hinges off. I'm putting new nice brush nickel hinges on. And I'm going to have them stand out. I'm going to have them take them out in the backyard, and he's going to stain them or paint them. Might paint them white, might paint them dark. I don't know what he's going to do. But I'm not taking these cabinets out. For each cabinet, so if you were to go to a cabinet distributor, each cabinet is roughly going to cost you somewhere between $200 and $250 per cabinet, roughly. So when you're starting to estimate cabinets, you're coming in, one cabinet, and you can tell by the seam, 2 cabinets, 3 cabinets, 4 cabinets, 5 cabinets, 6 cabinets, 7 cabinets, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cabinets. So that's just my cost. That's not how much it's going to cost my people to put them in. So for me, me replacing these cabinets is not going to get me an extra $100. And even if it did, I don't know if it's worth it for me. So these are things that you need to think about. Now I am going to take these countertops off, right? I am going to change the flooring out, right? I am obviously going to have the entire house painted. And then I'm just going to redo that with a nicer modern sink and do appliances. So instead of me gutting this entire kitchen, and it'll cost me probably $13,000 at my cost, small kitchen, I can probably get this thing done for $5.
What about the lighting, the ceiling light?
I'm probably gonna leave that on. I'll probably put some new bulbs in to make it bright. But if not, I'll just do like a track light. Mm-hmm. You know, if it was my house, I would do recess. But for a rental property, I'm just going to do. It's not going to be bad, but it's not going to be the greatest. Okay.
So you putting stone for the countertop?
I haven't decided what I'm gonna put. I'm either gonna put level 1 granite because it's almost the same as if I went to Lowe's and just got the same type of material. Mm-hmm. So it's only gonna cost me an additional probably $600 to get level 1 Ubatuba granite. Now I got a granite guy who's great, Pablo. I just send him in, he bangs me out, gives me a great price. You know, so those are things that when you're coming into to renovate, to rent, you really gotta start thinking. Because I had every intention of renting these out, pulling these out, until my wife was like, "Man, I don't really like this," and I obviously I get another panel for here, but the cabinets aren't bad. She was like, "Is it gonna get you $2,000 instead of $1,750?" Like, nah, we're not gonna do it. Just not gonna do it. Right? So we talked about the cost and the return on the rental. Those are things that you guys need to think about. You're going into these cheaper markets. If you're only going to be renting it out for $600, $700, $1,000, you don't need to be going in there tricking out a property. It doesn't make sense. If I was in North Arlington, very different, right? Very different. If I'm renovating a home in Southeast, very different than Northwest, right? Just you gotta start thinking that out, because we get a property and we're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, do that, and the person comes in and they tear it up and you mad. I've been mad, right? Like, I'll tell you a story. You know, the townhouse I lived in, man, I had nice granite, hardwood floors, and every time I go in, I'm like, damn, man, like it ain't never break when I lived in it. Tenants just live harder in properties, right? There are things I know not to, like when my wife drives my car, something's gonna always break. It's my car though, and I know what not to touch. I know that window at the back is a little finicky. I gotta like hold the button a little bit. Yeah, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I gotta hold the button a little bit. She gets in and the freaking mirror pops off, and my stereo ain't working. Same thing with a rental property. When certain people live in a property, it's a little bit different than when you live in a property. You just gotta be okay with that. And if you're planning on buying a property, so the first property I bought was the perfect rental property for me, and there are probably many people that's the same way, that's going to be the same thing. Make sure you don't renovate for your standards. Make sure if you know that's going to be a rental property, you renovate for the standards of that rental property. I see it all the time. So you got these first-time home buyers out here, you realtors that are working with, they want to buy a property. Ask them, is this going to be a property you're planning on keeping and turning into a rental property? Because if so, I'm going to give you a little bit different advice than it's something you're just going to go sell and move the money to a different property.
Do you have to address the curb appeal to make it more rentable?
Yeah, I will. And okay, so let's keep going, because that's the next one. Know your neighbors. Okay.